pewter, it makes me crazy. So let's do another pewter job, another pewter project. So what I'm doing is I found the center and I glued with hot gun glue, I glued a tenet, and I'm going to do with black line tools, the parting tool, I'm going to do a groove deep enough but not through, all the way through, and from there I'm going to use a router and you will see what I do further. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, some remarks, thumbs up, thumbs down, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So I just made like wings, and with a hand router I'm going to do grooves that will join the groove, the outer ring groove, and you will see what I do, because I'm using leftovers, actually not leftovers, I'm using shavings that I done on my previous project. I done the shavings, I kept them, I kept all of them. Some of that will go back into melting, and some of them I'm using on this one, and you will see what. Resin clear, a quarter height into the pressure pot, and I leave it overnight. I molded another piece of pewter, and later you will see what I do with it. It's quite interesting. And here, that's what I do with the shavings. Remember, I put only quarter height of clear resin, so the shaving that I put down, it's not going to touch the bottom, it's going to be on top of the resin. So I'll have a piece of clear resin before I get to the shavings, and now on top of the shavings I'm going to put clear again, and I will put it back into the pressure pot and leave it again overnight. Now it's ready. I make a center, I make an area that I want to put a limit, and I want to put a border, and you will see later why I'm using this border. This side will be the base of the project, the bottom of the project, and now what I've done is I left a little bit of wood on the outside, like a small rim, and I'm going to sandpaper it from 80 all the way to 600 and then first of all, after the 80 I put a cellular sealer, left it over there for a few hours, and then I'm starting to sandpaper all the way to 600. Somebody gave me an idea, Yuval, and micro Yorkshire grid, and after the micro Yorkshire grid I was not happy. There was scratches, very tiny, fine scratches, so I went back into flatted down with water sandpaper pads, and again Yorkshire grid, micro Yorkshire grid, much better. And then I'll put OB shine juice, and you can see already the reflection, unbelievable. It gives you such a nice reflection. You can see as I clean it up, you can see the reflection of the paper. making a small collar. I drilled it in the middle, and you're asking yourself, what did you do? And that's exactly what I done. Remember the one that I made from pewter that I said that it's going to be a surprise? So that's a surprise. That will be my base. I will have a pewter base. That will be the leg that it will sit on top of it. Epoxy glue, and I'll put it on, and it will be overnight. I'm shaping the base. The idea is that I'm going to leave like a rim, a very thin rim on the outside, and that will be actually the base. It will sit uplifted a little bit with the rim, and then this rim I'm going also to use to reverse jacket. It will be in my recess, and that's what I do now. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reverse speed, and I'm going to give it a small dovetail so it will sit much better. And then of course I'm going to drill for my logo. Final touches so it will sit flush with the base. And now we'll see if the idea and the plan was working, and looks like it does. Just let me remove the hot gun glue, and let's continue doing the inside of the dish. Now I had two options. Do I leave it with a piece of wood over there like that, or I go a little bit deeper and I will join the pewter on the other side. And I decided that I'm going to go deeper, and I'm going to rejoin with a piece of pewter that I had, the one that's my base, and I'm going to join with that. And hopefully the calculation that I made is correct, and I'm not going to go through. I just have to remember not to go too wide, because then I'll lose the place where it's holding with the glue. So I had to be very careful. And then as I gone towards the middle, my calculation was wrong, and I almost had a complete sieve instead of a dish. So if you see it in the middle, there is a hole over there that touches the same hole that was what I made for the logo. So I'm going to use pewter again, and hopefully this, now pour the pewter, hopefully the resin won't be burned by the pewter, and we'll see now. I had to machine it very carefully, so I'm not going to catch in a place that was higher or lower and it will break, so very careful. I don't know how I missed this piece of resin that's hanging over my camera, and I just discovered it too late, and so I'm apologizing. Here between the sandpaper, I used alcohol to clean, and in the end I didn't wait it to see if it works all right or not. I used the water pad, the sanding water pads from the beginning, and now I'm putting the micro Yorkshire grid, and after that I will put the Aubergine juice. The only problem with this is the combination of the Aubergine juice and the Yorkshire grid on the pewter, it makes it dull and it makes it darker. So I took a sandpaper, those pads without water, and I clean it up and I shined it up, and it works 100%. But you can see on the wood the reflection, beautiful reflection, and this one came out again very nice, and the shine came back. I hope you enjoyed this project of wood and metal. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up or thumbs down. Don't forget also to put remarks at the bottom. Share it with your social media, and I will see you on my next video. Don't forget, press the bell so you know there is another video coming. Cheers, and I will see you in my next video.